Correct people, we greet you now. Welcome now to this our channel. If na the first time when I dey waka jam this our channel, make una follow us, make una like our page, and make una help us dey share our videos. Una know say na ogbonge updated news, breaking news, correct tori na we dey carry come for una for here. So if una never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una rush go subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we be like say we drop updates, una go dey notified. Anyway, my people, make we enter the updates and the tori wey we carry come for una like this. Make una watch.
Yes, so my people, update onto presidential election petition tribunal wey dey go on since. So Tinubu don labour in vain to defend wetin im know say no be im. Court wey be say e don shut down the issue of 25% don reverse the judgement like this. So my people, I go leave una now make una watch this analysis and lis ten to the whole update wey dey shele for inside election tribunal court. Make una watch.
After the final showdown in the legal battle between Peter Obi and President Bola Tinubu over the February 25 presidential election, the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja on Tuesday reserved its judgment. A five-member panel of the court, headed by Appeal Court Justice Haruna Samani, said a date for judgment will be communicated to parties in the suit. The verdict is expected to be delivered before the end of September. Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi is urging the court in his petition he filed in May to nullify President Tinubu's victory at the 25 February presidential election. Obi alleged, among other issues, that Nigeria's Electoral Commission (INEC) failed to substantially comply with the provisions of the Constitution and the Electoral Act in conducting the polls. At the resumed proceedings on Tuesday, the lawyer to INEC, Abubakar Mahmood, a senior advocate of Nigeria, urged the court to dismiss Peter Obi's petition for lacking in merit. Mahmood told the court that Obi misconstrued the introduction of technology in the conduct of the election. He said the Amazon Web Services, which hosts the INEC IREF portal, remains the best in the world in terms of providing services for cloud data storage. The inability of the Electoral Commission to upload polling unit results of the presidential election in real time to the INEC Results Viewing IREF portal was one of the major grounds for disputing the February election. INEC attributed the challenge to a glitch on its portal on election day. On the issue of failure to upload results in real time, counsel to INEC Abubakar Mahmood said the glitch did not impact the outcome of the election. Responding to Peter Obi's contention over blurred 18,000 result sheets of the presidential election, the INEC lawyer clarified that the blurred electoral documents did not affect the collation of results. He said all witnesses in the suit testified that the election was impeccable. On the issue of scoring 25% votes in Abuja, Mr. Mahmood said nullifying the election on that ground would confer superior status on voters in Abuja over other parts of the country. Closing his arguments in the case, lead counsel to Bola Tinubu, Wole Olanipekun, a senior advocate of Nigeria, said Peter Obi and the Labour Party abandoned their joint petition. Aligning with INEC, Olanipekun said uploading of results to IREV was not part of the collation process, saying, "Collation is done physically where all results are entered in the appropriate INEC forms." Olanipekun cited a recent judgment of the Court of Appeal in Lagos, which gave INEC the discretion to choose whichever mode to collate election results. He said the subsisting appellate court decision was given against the Labour Party in favour of INEC. On the matter of criminal forfeiture of $460,000 in narcotics trafficking by Bola Tinubu in the US, Wole Olanipekun told the court that the US Embassy in Nigeria cleared Tinubu of any crime or indictment. Arguing on Mr. Obi's prayer for a rerun should the court decline to declare him president, Mr. Olanipekun said the Labour Party flag bearer would not be allowed to participate in the process because he came third in the race. The senior lawyer said the law only provides for Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, who came second in the contest, to participate in a rerun should the court decide so. Assuming without conceding, Even if there is going to be a rerun, Mr. Obi, the lawyer said, will not be qualified to run. May I urge my lordships to dismiss this petition? It is an expedition, Mr. Olanipekun said. On his part, APC's lawyer Lateef Fagbemi, also a senior advocate of Nigeria, adopted the closing argument of Abubakar Mahmood and Wole Olanipekun in the suit. Fagbemi said Obi failed to prove polling unit by polling unit INEC's failure to transmit polling unit results electronically. This is abysmally lacking in the suit, arguing that Mr. Obi ought to have proved non-compliance with the electoral law in all polling stations across the country. The issue of rerun is a two-horse race between the two leading contenders, referring to Mr. Tinubu and Atiku, urging the court to dismiss the petition. Meanwhile, Peter Obi's lead lawyer, Levi Uzoku, told the court that Mr. Tinubu labored in vain to defend his case. Contrary to Wole Olanipekun's argument over the use of IRF during the election, Uzoku referenced the Supreme Court decision on former Osun State Governor Adegboyega Oyetola against Ademola Adeleke, saying the Apex Court held that IRF is part of the electoral process. Mr. Uzoku and SAN contended that an election in which over 8,000 blood election results were uploaded on IRF is a flawed election. He further told the court that Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of the election based on a flawed process. It is not in doubt that the second respondent, Mr. Tinubu, forfeited $460,000 being profits of narcotic trafficking in the US. They don't want to hear that, Mr. Uzoku stated. He said Obi's petition was not abandoned, as he insisted that his team had led credible evidence to aid their client's case. Levi Uzoku later urged the court to grant Peter Obi's prayers and dismiss the respondent's defense. After taking the arguments of lawyers to parties in the suit, the court adjourned for judgment.
So we addressed it sufficiently. So it's for the court. Yeah, there are so many grounds we presented. So it's for the courts to decide. So, but what is important is that we sufficiently presented our case in a most convincing manner. Thank you.
Yes, so my people, and the updates we carry come for now like this be this for inside election presidential election petition tribunal court. My people, how una see this matter? How una reason now? Make una drop una comment too, and make una no forget to like and share.